Everyone knows the famous logo, three small circles that have gone on to create a lasting impression on people everywhere. Disney is undoubtedly one of the most iconic brands ever, and the movies are the magic behind it all. Today, join me as we count down the top 7 Disney movies. I should mention there are so many timeless classics that it wasn't easy to make this list. Just because a movie doesn't make the list doesn't mean it's not great. However, there's only room for 7. Coming in at number 7, Aladdin. Arguably one of the most timeless Disney films, Aladdin tells the princess meets her love tale better than almost any other. With brilliant comedic timing and a great cast of voice actors including the iconic Robin Williams, this movie just worked on so many levels. Coming in at number 6, Frozen. Now I must admit I wasn't thrilled to have this on the list, but there's no denying the impact and success that everyone's favorite snowy musical had on children and adults alike. While many would argue that the movie's story was predictable, it did mark the first occasion in which a princess doesn't fall in love with a man just because. And while the plot has its flaws, the musical soundtrack in this film is second to none, combined with some incredible visuals that make it nearly impossible to let it go. Coming in at number 5, Toy Story 2. Whether you grew up in the 90s or earlier, Toy Story 2 had a little something for everyone. Easily the most entertaining movie in the franchise, Toy Story 2 is regarded by many as one of the best animated films of all time. Personally, I wouldn't go that far, but there's not much you can criticize about the movie. The cast is stacked, the plot is unique and enjoyable, and the film just sticks with you in so many ways. All 3 Toy Story movies were excellent, but the second one did everything well and truly stands the test of time as a great film. Coming in at number 4, The Little Mermaid. This underwater tale combines teenage angst with a drive to explore more than just the world around you, and creates an incredibly fun atmosphere for everyone watching. With memorable side characters like Sebastian and Flounder, and Ariel, who of course has gone on to become one of the most popular Disney princesses, the movie is a timeless classic. The story is great, and even the villains stand out as truly fun characters. Not to mention the soundtrack, with songs like Under the Sea and Kiss the Girl being brought to the forefront by the movie. It's truly in a league of its own, and while the sequel may have left something to be desired, you can take nothing away from the success and brilliance that the original was. Number 3 is my personal favorite, but I couldn't let bias get in the way. Hercules takes the story of the Greek gods and puts a bit of a twist on it, creating a visually beautiful world with an incredible cast of characters, including superb voice acting by James Woods and Danny DeVito. Hercules does not disappoint. With great music throughout, highly charismatic and entertaining villains, and a great comeback story that's easy to get behind, it has a little something for everyone. At number 2, we've got a two-way tie. I'm not sure if that's allowed, but since it's my show, we're going to do it anyway. First of all, let's say 2.5, Moana. Only a few years old, Moana quickly became a huge hit and brought with it a blissfully fun story. Rather than tell a tale of a princess falling in love, Moana is a story of independence, of a girl who wants to experience more to life and does so despite the wishes of her family. The movie is beautifully animated with some incredible scenes and has, in my opinion, the best soundtrack of any Disney film ever made. While it's only a few years old, there's no denying that Moana will be a classic for years to come. The true number 2, Zootopia. Disney's highest-grossing film in years opened to incredibly positive reviews from fans and critics alike. Taking on the task of challenging social issues while also creating a compelling and fun story, Zootopia succeeds in every facet. With record-breaking sales and a great story that is truly original, Zootopia is nothing short of a masterpiece and one of the most fun Disney adventures you'll ever experience. Number 1, Beauty and the Beast. To deny the impact that this film had would be to deny the success of so many animated movies in the current day. Beauty and the Beast truly is the best animated movie ever made. Financially, it blew every other film out of the water at the time, grossing over $400 million in profits without accounting for inflation, and winning an Oscar for Best Film in the year of its release. From a movie standpoint, the story is a timeless classic. The plot never fails to disappoint, and every character is relatable in some way, even those you don't necessarily like. Iconic songs, characters that are legendary, and a strong presence to this day, it's hard to argue this film's presence on the list. So that's it. What'd you guys think? Did a movie you love miss the list? Were there some choices out of place? I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you thought, and we'll discuss all that and more in the next video.